We celebrate that. And then John Steffen, when he closes a 2K a month deal, we're like, Steffen from deep hits a 3. And we're like doing like fire emojis, rockets. We're spamming emojis when he closes a deal. And what does the first person do? The one that hypes up the SDR team? When she's like, 5 and 5, who's going to break 7? 1 hour left, who's going to hit 8? We do the same for the closers. And I'm still on the closing team. 2 deals today, who's going to get the 3rd one? My money's on Stephen Curry. My money's on Queen Ace. Right? For the girls, not many of them know like WNBA players, so they just say queen and like princess, whatever. But that's still the vibe. Royalty. But again, it wasn't forced. Because in another culture, like maybe I have a friend of mine, he owns like a coaching agency, and he uses terms like gladiator and stuff like that. Maybe that's more aligned with him. But the culture has to be connected to you, and it has to happen, I almost say organically. You can use terms that you write for people to adopt, but I think it's really cool when naturally there's just that kind of vibe that compounds. And I think it makes it more fun as well. So your nicknames. Now, if you guys are using Slack, you can actually put emojis of your staff as, you can rather, let me rephrase that. You can make emojis of your staff and you can use them to react to other people. So, you know, when someone closes a deal, sometimes they'll use a video of a head closer, James, and they'll have a picture of his face, emoji. When someone like does something really good, I'll support, they'll do a photo of me cropped with glasses on. You know what I mean? Like those things make you create an environment that people want to come to. Not an environment where they're like, oh, I gotta show up today. Does that make sense? Like you need to create that warmth. Nicknames, emojis, celebrations, GIFs, public recognition. Like don't take yourself so seriously. I'll be on a call. Like my ops manager, she's amazing. Shout out to KC. She just integrated like every Friday. And this is not really like my vibe, but again, this is the importance of like compounding because that's bigger than you. We'll have an end of day thing on Friday where it's kind of like a work party, like a virtual work party where everyone is chit-chatting, vibing, and like it's cool. Me personally, I actually don't attend those. Maybe that's bad of me, but I'm usually still like doing things like this on Friday. But there's that vibe. And when you want to create a high performance culture, people need to love the feeling of progression. And how you reward progression isn't just by actually closing the deal. It's rewarding everything else that leads up to the closed deal, which is the appointment set, which is the demo, and then the closed deal, right? Okay. The last thing that I'll mention is leading by example. So literally, I was talking to my head of sales today. I was like, bro, listen, like there's this certain offer that I know was crushing it back then. Now with AI, I reckon this would crush even more. Alvin said I had an activity call before this with Casey. There you go, man. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like I was like, you know what? I'm not going to tell you to make these calls first. I'm going to go ahead, cold call it, test the market, record myself attacking the market. I'm going to give it to you. And I did that. I told him before I even started calling people in this niche. I have never at least cold called intentionally this niche before. Ever in my life. 2 appointments booked. One of them was like a 40-minute chat. Like, so there's a high chance that she'll probably, you know, be a good demo to say the least next week. Hopefully it turns into 5 or 10 grand. Right? So leading from the front just shows him I'm serious. I said it by the morning, by the afternoon it's done. Gave him the voice recording. He's like, I love it, boss. Speed. You know why he said speed? I see my different team members in different group chats saying speed in caps. Why? Because at the end of every Tuesday and Thursday call, our team values compound across 80 people. Speed, deep thinking, client first. Imagine when you're a new client, you just jump into a group chat with people from we have staff in Nigeria, Ghana, Philippines, Australia. What's up, Cherry? South America, Europe. Imagine you're an Australian guy and they're in a group chat. And they're just all corporate and very professional. And then you get someone in the Philippines, and their client already gets their first lead within 7 days. And someone in the Philippines is like, speed! And then it's like, speed! Like a little exclamation mark, right? So you have to lead by example. Now, I don't think Alex Hormozy is making cold calls. I think he has enough people to test the waters if he's trying to test a new offer. But you know what's crazy? I feel like if he needed to, he would. I think that's a good leader. It's a leader that can get in the mud, not just tell you to do something. My sales team, when they're hired, they listen. I've recorded 50 to 150 objections. My setters can use it and my closers can use it. And my closers, my new closers, when they want to jump on a call, they can jump on a call, listen to me pitch. I might not get the deal. I might also get the deal. Pretty good closer. That's what the stats will say. You get what I'm saying? So you've got to lead from the front. Okay. Final thing, speed of implementation. So again, Mohi said, half the jobs are left because the captain has never been frontline. You know what? Like, facts, Mohi. And look, I kind of empathize with them because some people, honestly, like, they're good CEOs for one part of the business. Some people are product-based CEOs. But, you know, if you look at most billionaires, a lot of them did start in door-to-door sales or some version of cold calling. So, like, it's good that people like yourself and I, Mohi, we're practicing and focusing on building a core skill set that can essentially bulletproof us and recession-proof us. But there's some CEOs that are just really good at product and client retention. And then there's some that are salesy and actually aren't that good at, like, keeping the client long-term. But I do think, 100%, if you're an entrepreneur that's worked corporate and you've been able to learn the different skills, like yourself and I, it doesn't make the journey any easier, but it gives you more context on how to solve problems. Because I've seen this before. Exactly. Yeah, we're on the same page. What's up, Nick? So, speed of implementation. If a setter has a bad day, don't attack them for it. Great work today. I love that you made 100 calls. I love it. Like, what do you think you could have done better? Let them say first. And then if they answer it, I agree. Cool. Anything else? When you give people permission to self-correct, a lot of people are smarter than you think. People aren't retarded. Some people are retarded, but not everyone is retarded. A lot of people will know where they messed up. Great. Let's work on that one thing the next day. The next day, they might have 10 appointments.